Hello my friends and welcome back to Paul's Halls. My name is Paul and this is my haul. These are the books that we recently got for the Shelbyville Public Library for our amazing patrons, you. Thank you for your patronage. If you appreciate what we do here at the Shelbyville Public Library, consider donating during Do More 24. It is a 24-hour online fundraiser that occurs from March the 7th at 6 p.m. until March the 8th at 6 p.m. If you would like a reminder of that, there is a link in the description. There is more information in the comments below, and please consider donating to help support the Shelbyville Public Library. All right, let's get to today's kids' books. The first kids' book is from Mo Willems, and it is called Are You Big? Are You Big? And this is a very young children's book that explores scale and how big things are, comparing it to like the moon or the earth or the sun, and also showing that there are things in our world that think that we are big too. So it's Mo Willems, You Are Big. The next book is a debut kids book from Phuc Tran. This one is called Cranky. Cranky the crane, he's going to work. He's not in such a great mood, but his construction truck friends are there to snap him out of his bad mood and just show what friends can really do. Next is the Teeny-Weeny Unicorn from Shawn Harris. And this is another book about the size of things. This book implores children to see that we are all great in our own way, but we are lacking in others, but it's okay. We can accept ourselves just how we are. The last picture book is called Lola and the Troll. This is a little bit older picture book from Connie, Schultz, and Sandy Rodriguez. Lola is having a problem with a bully. That bully hides itself behind a troll costume. Lola has to learn to be unapologetically herself, and in the process, maybe even become friends with the troll. Next, we have the last installment, the last volume of Amulet from Kazu Kibuishi. This is book number 9. This is Waverider. And this is an epic fantasy children's graphic novel series that I highly recommend to all people that are into those type of things. It is phenomenal, and I personally cannot wait to read this myself. Next, we have a new Sunny book from Jennifer Holm and Matthew Holm. This one is Sunny Makes Her Case. Sunny isn't very good at athletics, but she did find something she's good at, the debate team. Next, we have City Spies, Mission Manhattan. This is from James Ponti. So the City Spies travel to Venice, Washington, D.C., and New York to help protect an environmental activist. If you like kids doing spy things, check this series out. Next, we have a young adult book from Safia Elhillo. It is called Bright Red Fruit. Samira has an issue with classmates spreading rumors about her. She just wanted to have a good time in Washington, D.C. this summer, but then a vicious rumor stops her. She finds solace in writing poetry, and she meets a poet named Horace, who is a little older. So now she must decide between her loyalties to who she is and her family, and now like this new life that she has that is a little bit scandalous to her. It's called Bright Red Fruit. All right, the next book is from Jess Armstrong. It's called The Curse of Penryth Hall. And it's about a woman named Ruby who works at a rare bookstore, and she has to deliver books to a mysterious mansion in the countryside called Penryth Hall. Very interesting. It's a mystery. Large print book here is from Phillip Margolin. It's called Betrayal. This is a new Robin Lockwood novel. And this is a new case for Robin. It is a mystery thriller. Next, we have Luanne Rice's newest book. This one is called Last Night. So a fierce blizzard is burying the eastern seaboard. So a fierce blizzard makes Maddie Morrison stop at a legendary house called the Ocean House, trying to run away from a very contentious divorce. Hours later, her body is found buried under a blanket of snow, and her daughter, Cece, has vanished without a trace. Now, Connor Reed, his brother Tom, and Maddie's grieving sister must figure out what happened to Maddie and try to get back the daughter, Cece. The next one is a large print from Karen Rose. It's called Beneath Dark Waters, a New Orleans novel. And someone is trying to kidnap a public prosecutor, and the Broussard investigations have to figure out what is going on. All right, the next book we have is James Patterson and James O'Bourne. This is called Crosshairs. It's a new Michael Bennett thriller, and this one is about a professional sniper that's in New York City that is terrorizing the city. So we have another Alex Delaware book. This one is called The Ghost Orchard from Jonathan Kellerman. In this new Alex Delaware book, Alex and Milo Sturgis must confront a baffling, vicious double homicide that happened in the upper society with some socialites that had a troublesome and mysterious past. Next, Ali Hazelwood has a new book out. This is a paranormal romance, which is a little bit different. This one is called Bride, and this is about a vampire named Misery Lark, who is called to uphold an alliance with the Wares. There is an alpha were called Lo Morland that does not trust Misery at all. But Misery has her own reasons for doing what she is doing. So if you like paranormal romance, shapeshifters, vampire type stuff, you'll like Bride from Ali Hazelwood. Next we have Tia Williams, a love song for Ricky Wilde. This is set in 1920s Harlem, and this book is a modern fairy tale of two passionate artists drawn to the magic and romance of New York City. Next we have Dean Koontz, The Bad Weather Friend. Benny is usually a very optimistic guy, but he loses everything in his life. But then a mysterious crate lands on his doorstep, and inside is what is called a bad weather friend. That friend's name is Spike, and Spike can take care of all of Benny's problems. Next we have The Teacher from Freida McFaddon. Eve teaches math at the local high school. This new year, she is very optimistic until she finds out that Addie, a teen that caused a scandal at the high school the previous year, is one of her students. However, no one really knows the truth or who Addie really is. And Eve learns the shocking truth of what really happened the previous year. Next, from Elba Iris Perez. This one is called The Things We Didn't Know. This is a cross-cultural coming-of-age novel that explores a young girl's childhood between 1960s Puerto Rico and a small Massachusetts town. This is a story about trying to fit into a culture where you are desperately different than everyone else. Next, we have a non-fiction book from Ned Blackheart. He is a National Book Award winner. This one is called The Rediscovery of America, Native Peoples and the Unmaking of U.S. History. This is a retelling of U.S. history that acknowledges the endearing power, agency, and survival of the indigenous people. This yields a much truer account of the history of the United States and the varied meanings of what it means to be an American. This next book is from Kristin Hannah. It's called The Women. This book is about patriotism during Vietnam, and it is about the Army Nurse Corps during Vietnam and the heroic women that were involved in the Army Nurse Corps. And the last book for today is from Ashley Elston. It is called First Lie Wins. Evie seems like the perfect Southern girl. But Evie is not her identity. It does not exist. Evie is given a job from her mysterious boss, Mr. Smith, and she must find out information from her mark, Ryan Sumner. This is a domestic spy-like thriller from Ashley Elston. It's a Reese Book Club pick, and it is called First Lie Wins. All right, those are all the books for today's haul. Thank you for watching. Please place on hold the books that you think sound the most interesting. Let us know what you're reading, and please stop by the library, check out a couple books, and come to some of our programs. Because the best way to support your local library is to use it. Thank you for watching.